What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sirr Love from Phase 6. Here's another snippet from Chasing Greatness. I remember when Kevin Gates, I'm not sure if I told this story online before, but I remember first time I met Kevin Gates. He wasn't signed yet. He was getting ready to drop Luca Brasi, and Luca Brasi hadn't dropped yet. And if you know anything about Kevin Gates, the Luca Brasi mixtape, EP album, whatever you want to call it, at the time it was just a mixtape. It was getting ready to change his life, right? Hadn't quite dropped yet. I was in the studio at Hot Beats in Atlanta, and my mentor that put me on, you know, we was sitting there, and he had just got the owner of the studio an A&R job, right? And so the owner of the studio, this is Hot Beats. So this is the same place Drake, Rick Ross, Wayne, like all these cats in there all the time. You walk in there, 2 Chainz over here, you know, it's just that type of vibe, right? So Russ is like, hey man, yo, you gotta meet this new kid. Yo, this kid is dope. I think you guys should sign him. Da 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 da. Right? So I'm sitting with my mentor. We sitting in the chair in the office, and my man's just like, yo, bring him in. And so Kevin Gates, you know, at the time, young hungry Kevin Gates walks into the room, and he goes, and mind you, let's talk about how he got in the room, because Kevin Gates ain't even from Atlanta. Right, so how does Kevin Gates get this opportunity is really the question. How does he even get the shot to be in front of A&Rs that can make decisions on his future career, right? He was hustling in New Orleans, really getting out there with his first project. Forgot the name of the project, but he had a dope little mixtape he was working. This is back in live mixtapes and Dat Piff and all that shit is hot, right? He's working the mixtape in the city, and then instead of just recording records in his city, he decides to record records in poppin' studios in different parts of the country. So he's coming to Atlanta, he's in New York, he's going to premier studios. This is another strategy that a lot of people have used, like going to like premier studios, having your shit already hot. So you really in there just to play records so other people can hear your shit, right? And then you might cut a record, but you really in there vibing, because someone might walk by and go, damn, that's some hot shit. Who the fuck is that? And next thing you know, you in a session, right? But these studios might cost more, right? So I'm like, this is like the real shit versus like, yo, walk up to an A&R and do this, because it's probably not gonna work, right? So, you know, Kevin, you know, obviously he did his thing. Russ had, you know, the owner was on him, because obviously he's spending money at the studio, so the owner is fucking with him, and he has that type of personality where he's just like such a cool dude with dope energy, whatever. So, you know, he's the type of dude like, come in the studio, listen to the records, whatever. Anyway, he comes into the studio, and you know, Russ says, yo man, give him a taste of something. And you know, Kevin ain't the type of dude to just walk in and sell himself. So instead, his energy, he looked at us and he said, oh, them niggas? I bet. Started beating on his chest, snapping, and just started rapping. And he rapped some cold shit, just, you know, with that raspy voice, just, you know, and it was some real, like the lyrics was real, the texture was real, the story was real, everything was so authentic and organic. I remember sitting there going, yo, we should sign this dude like right now. Like, and I remember that being my energy. So like, you know, for him, it was a performance, right? But that performance only meant something with the setup. No setup, no performance, right? So a lot of times when you're making an introduction, is who's making the introduction, is who's putting you in that position to make that move, right? So if you're sitting here going like, how do I impact someone? The key is to build a relationship. He built the relationship with Russ, you know, by just coming to the studio, spending money and hanging out. And I'm not saying every relationship requires you to spend money, but I'll take that back. Every relationship does require you to spend money, because like if me and you were to get cool, what the hell we gonna do? Like me, what? You want to go catch a movie? The movie costs money. What you want to go? You want to go play golf? Golf costs money. Like no matter what, it's like a relationship building, right? So however you build a relationship with an individual, people want to bet on your character before they bet on your talent. You'll get further with character than talent. So if you're trying to make an impression, you need to be thinking about your character, not necessarily, and how you can showcase your character, who you are, your value, not necessarily your talent. I think Young Thug got an interview with he got an interview out there. They did it on Tidal. I believe they did it on Tidal. Whatever. He got an interview out there.
Crown interview.
With Ellis, yes, Elliot. Thank you. He did the Elliot interview. And his face was in my head, and I don't know why that shit is late, and I'm drinking. So Elliot did the interview, and Gutta was in the interview, right? And Gutta, Thug is talking about how, how Gutter was just always in the studio, just always hanging out. He didn't even know that the dude can rap, and next thing you know, boom, he's doing his thing. And so many people lose opportunities trying to say, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, versus get to know me, get to know me, get to know me, get to know me. Because if you want someone to vouch for you, like, they not vouching for your talent, they vouching for your character, they're vouching for your loyalty, they're vouching for the fact that if I walk you in this room, you ain't gonna walk into another room and defy the relationship that I just built. Like, it's almost secret society-ish. It's like, I can't let you in the clique if I don't trust you.
Yeah.
So your character is gonna take you further than your talent will most of the time. So I don't know if that was the answer you wanted to hear, but that was, like, that's the real though.
No, I get that. And to be honest, with that story and with the other two examples that you gave me, the one thing that I can see there is adding value. You know, even with Kevin Gates spending money going to these premier studios, that was him being consistent with the quality of his work, being consistent with I would say a straightforward plan of how he wanted to get himself out there. And then it was him adding value with his character. You know, where it sold everyone around him, and he was just beating on his chest. You know what I mean? It was those combination that seemed valuable in that moment.
Correct.
So I can see how that.
Yeah, that's it. So if you're looking for the methodology that's going to allow you to win and be successful, it's you figuring out how to be authentically you around a stranger consistently. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little bit about a lot, and I'm trying to give you guys everything that I got right here on Phase 6. Check us out at www.phasevi.com. Again, that's www.phasevi.com. Beam in.